Hey guys, welcome to the video. So today we're going to show you how we fit these two road bikes into our tiny Ford Transit Connect. Alright, so down here, this is our first fork mount, and I've mounted that 90 degrees to what forks would normally be ridden at, which is not normally how you would mount something like this, but in doing so, I bring the bars and the forks a lot closer to the side of the van, and it leaves space for the second bike. And we've just screwed that straight into the floor. It's quite sturdy. There's no weight being put on the bike and it hasn't given us any issues thus far. And for the second bike, it's up the front here, mounted it as you would normally, the same way forks would be ridden. And I've put it up on top of, I think it's a piece of 2x1 and 1x1. And that was just to bring it up a little bit higher to clear it of the seat, the front seat, and also to clear it of the first bike tire. We installed this fold down shelf. And the reason we did that is we wanted to utilize some of this space here that with the bikes otherwise wouldn't be used. So when the bikes are in here, they actually fit underneath this shelf. And if the bikes are out and we want more space, we can fold it back down. And they do actually fit back in with the shelf folded down as well. Alright, so you've got to take the front wheel off. You just undo the skewer, loosen it off, loosen off the brake there and pull it out. Alright, so I'm going to take the bike up into the van now. Okay, so now we've got the bike sitting in the back here. We're going to mount the forks down on the floor. We actually have a special fork mount. Usually you'd see something like this in the garage or in the back of a pickup. So I'll just lift the bike up a little bit, get those forks to line up in the mount, and once it's in position, I'll just tighten up this screw and then just pull that lever tight like that. And that's the first bike in place. Alright, so I just wanted to show you a few things we had to think about when we installed it. One of those things is that the top of the bike had to be clear of the bottom of this shelf. So we have a little bit of space there, and you'll actually see later my bike sits a little higher. Another one of the things we had to think about was obviously clearance from the forks to the other side of the tyre. And ours only just fits how we've got it set up here. Another thing is the seat and the seat clearance from this shelf. You can see it's quite close, and that's more because we've changed her seat since installing it, but it still fits okay. And another thing is the pedal and how the pedal sort of has to be pedaled to the back end of the stroke so it can slide up right up close to the door. Alright, so it's the same deal with the second bike. We've got to take the front wheel off, release the brake, undo the skewer and loosen it off. Just pop the front wheel off. Now we've got to put this bike in from the back side. Alright, so I'll put the bike in the back. And now that I've got the bike in, I've just got to line it up with the front forks once again. And tighten up that skewer. And then just clamp it off. And that's the second bike in. Now what we normally do is we run the pedal around a little bit so we can hide it under the other bike and then push them in together. And so a few of the things we had to think about when we put the second bike in, again, was the clearance from the bottom of this shelf to the wheel. As you can see, we have just a little bit there, probably an inch or two. The distance between the edge of the shelf and the seat. And also up the front here, we had to make sure it was spaced in a way that the bars didn't actually hit the front seat. The front seat's not right back right now, but if it was, it actually fits between the tops of the bars. And so now I can show you, we can just close the door, no problem. Alright guys, and now I'll show you how we put these two tyres in. So what we do is we slip one in between the two bikes, and it usually sort of rests there. The other one goes on the outside here. Then we just run a quick strap through both of the wheels. We hook it up the top here. And then we just pull some tension on it to try and keep it off the bikes. So we thought we'd show you how much space we have with the two bikes in here. So this is with the bed pushed into couch mode. We probably at the worst have around about a foot. You've just got to watch out for the pedal there. And when we extend it fully out, it's almost right up to the bike there. Probably only an inch or so, maybe 2 inches from the bike frame there. Alright, now I'll show you how we pull the bikes out. So you loosen the skewer at the bottom, and then you unscrew the nut, pull the bike up. I usually turn the bars like this and wheel it out. Alright, and now I'm going to pull the other bike out once again, loosen that off, undo the nut, pull the forks out like that. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to give it a thumbs up. If you've got any questions, leave a comment and subscribe for more videos.